everybody, it's Tara with Healing Adventures here today. In this episode, we're going to talk about screw your list of requirements because it is time to get real with how you feel. And I want to talk to you about what opens up when you follow your gut. So stay tuned. So thanks for stopping by my channel. Again, this is Tara with Healing Adventures, where we inspire, motivate, and activate your truth, your passion, and your mission on this planet. So I wanted to talk to you today about something that keeps coming up in my environment, my community, and my surroundings, and something to know about me. You know, I am a quantum healing hypnosis therapy, so I do hypnosis, past life regression sessions. I'm also an intuitive coach, and I also do a form of energy healing called body regen method. So something that has been coming up a lot in my space, and maybe because so much so is I've shifted even in my own perception around certain things. But how many of you actually live your life by lists of requirements? When I say lists of requirements, I want to talk about maybe in romantic relationships. That's one space where people will say, oh, well, I have to have this, and that in order for it to move forward. Or even with your career, you'll say things like, I need to have this amount of money, I need it to look this way, I need to be working with this kind of company, I need to be working for these kind of people, and without these things, then I'm not going to move forward. I don't know if that sounds familiar to some of you, but that has been a way that I have lived my life. And I think probably because when you look back at many of the ways that we've been trained to manifest and to create, it's always like, make your list of all the things you want, or make a list of your requirements, or make a list of what you're wanting in detail, okay? Now, first I want to say, I'm not saying that's bad. It's not bad. It is great to have that. If you want to create a list and have your image of what it's to look like, fantastic. But what I'd like to say is, in this new energy space that we're moving into, consider that if you stick to that list, you might miss the most amazing opportunity that walked right up to you, and you will totally disregard it and look the other way because you're so focused on this list, okay? So I'm speaking to those of you who've been living your life inside of that paradigm. And why I'm bringing this up is I've had my own personal breakthrough in this area, and I'm beginning to see it around in my community, and I thought, this is something that needs to be brought up. You know, in this new energy that we're moving into, it really is about centering yourself and feeling into your own core, into your own energy, and really experiencing that which you're feeling. So I'm going to take an example. I have two examples, so I'm trying to decide which example do I want to use. I'm going to say, in the example of romantic partnership. You know, many of you probably have done what I have done, where you've read lots of self-help books around relationships and what to do, what not to do. And when you're wanting to create and manifest this person coming in, make your list. Now, I don't want to disregard a list of requirements when we're talking in regards to a list of your values, like who you are as a core individual. Obviously, whoever you are, you want to attract that same essence of yourself, you know, somebody who shares the same and similar values as you. But I want to say, consider when we're looking at, he needs to be this tall, or she needs to be this height, he needs to have this many degrees, she needs to be having this type of job, he has to make this amount of money, he has to have blonde hair, she has to have green eyes. Like, when we're going down at that level, I want you to consider that you are going to completely miss the boat in this new energy. Completely. So I'm saying, screw your list, toss them out, and get real with how you feel. And so as you're meeting people, Whether these are romantic relationships, whether these are you're out looking for the new job of your dreams, when you are out looking for anything, it could be as simple as purchasing a gift for a friend. And in your mind, you might think of this friend as like, well, I know that they like XYZ. But consider you walk through a store and you see something, and in that moment you look at it and you think, that is what I need to get the so-and-so. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm being a little vague, but you get what I'm saying. This can be used any way, because in this new energy frequency that we are all being upgraded to, that we are all walking in, that we are all beginning to experience. This is the divine waking up of everyone. So, I will share that. Yes, I'm going to say that. It is a wake up time. Inside of that is this experience of how you feel. Let's say you're out looking for a new job, and you're looking for a new job, and you say, it's got to be this kind of company, it's got to be in this location, they've got to be selling these types of products. You just have your list. I got to make X amount of money. Again, you happen to interview with a company, and for whatever reason, that initial call just feels amazing. And they say, hey, we want to interview you, a second interview. So you go on to the second interview. And next thing you know, well, first I want to take a step back. In that first interview, you're presented with a requirement that does not match. Okay, whether it's pay, whether it's travel, whether it's location, whether it's territory size. Something within that conversation, you're like, ooh, I don't like that. But everything else about the conversation feels amazing. The company sounds amazing. You and that person have this interaction. It's going, okay? Stick with me here. I'm going to get to the point. Then you go on to the second interview. Same experience, like the energy is just building. And then you go on to the third, and it builds and it builds and it builds. But by the third interview, something shifts. They offer you not one, not two, but maybe 3 separate positions that you're perfect for. Now, my point in saying this is, had you put the brakes on that first interview when one of those requirements didn't meet, you wouldn't have got to the third interview only to find out that something else was opening, and it was magical, it was a blessing, and it was something you never thought was possible. You wouldn't have gotten that far. You just wouldn't have. Because in the beginning you would have said, oh, nope, wrong location, or oh, nope, too big of a territory, too small of a territory, or I have to work from home, or I don't get to work from home, so I'm not gonna have that. My point in sharing this, and my point in saying screw your list of requirements, is because if you lock yourself into that list and you're not flexible and you don't allow yourself just to move with the flow of the energy, and you don't allow yourself to be open to what feels good versus what you think sounds good, then you're gonna miss the mark. You're gonna miss an opportunity that could have totally turned into something even more phenomenal than you could have ever imagined. And I'm going to say this, especially with romantic relationships. I don't know, but there are probably tons of people that are sticking so hardcore to their list that they've missed at least 5 or 6 amazing people. Okay, and I'm going to say that because it's possible. It's possible that when you stay so tightly confined to this old way of operating and this old way of being, that you're going to miss all the beauty and the blessings that show up. So I wanted to share that with you today because it has been coming up, and I've had my own personal beautiful breakthroughs in a few different areas of my life by giving up my list of requirements, how I think it should go, how I think it should look. And what's shown up is something even more miraculous than I could have possibly experienced. With people, with career, with romance, in flow. And when you start getting into this feeling of how the circumstance or the situation feels, you will find that life will begin to flow. And when you're in flow, everything feels amazing. So I wanted to bring that today. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that that inspires you and shifts something for you. Like, get out of your way, move the requirements out, because I'm gonna say screw the effing requirements and get real with how you feel. How do these people make you feel? How does the job make you feel? How does the exercise make you feel? If you don't wanna run, but you think you gotta run to lose the weight, but dancing feels so much better, then dance. Get out of these confinements in your mind of what you think things should look like. So that is what I have to share with you today. I do want to say thank you. Again, always please comment below. Have you given up your list of requirements, or go out and get rid of your list of requirements and try something new this week? And then comment below and let me know how it went for you. So thank you so much for stopping by. I always love having you here. And so if you like what you hear, subscribe, hit the like button, share, tell your friends, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Have a great day. Bye.